What's good, everyone? Right, let's get into it. CyberLeek is still running the same tired game. Sites get taken down, Telegram channels get hit for copyright, then new mirrors and backup channels pop up. They're still pushing the memecoin, still trying to sell ad space for six-figure Monero fees just to start a chat, and Take-Two's stock has taken a proper beating. Billions wiped off. Subpoenas are out to Microsoft, Discord, X, Google, and the private investigators? They're already knocking on doors.
How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad on yourself.
Sorry, what's your site? Is it?
Yeah, how can I help? What's this about, please?
My name's David.
Okay.
I'm here on behalf of Rockstar.
You saw the update. Rockstar and Take-Two sent investigators round to some bloke called Lewis. Door knock, recorded conversations, lawyers on the phone, talk of search warrants on his devices, mentions of the FBI, his family rattled. All because he made some Reddit posts and friend of a friend jokes about the timing.
Oh, they're not happy. Obviously, what they're doing now is they're on the phone to the lawyers.
Okay.
So
I don't know what to tell you because that's 100% the story. So
yeah, it's just they're not happy with that. So I don't know if they've heard that for somewhere else or what. But they're not happy.
They're talking about me.
Yeah.
Okay, so what, they're going to get a search warrant for my devices and stuff?
Don't know. Not sure. But basically, they're on the phone to the lawyers now. So they're basically, this is sort of like your last chance to say.
Is this a scare tactic to try and get me to fess up?
It's not. We're not looking for any fess up. We're not looking for. Basically, what we're after is, do you know certain individuals under certain handles, and
no.
Who are the associates? That's what we're after. Ultimately, that's what they're after, and I think they'll keep on pushing that because obviously, at the end of the day, you put something out online, it's then guess the date. Just due to pure chance, which is hard to believe, being honest.
Well, the only reason I checked Rockstar.
That's how serious this is. They're not messing about. If you're out here LARPing, joking, sharing, or acting like you're connected, don't act surprised when the investigators turn up at yours next. Now the important bit. CyberLeek and every wannabe copycat online, you're not activists. You're not fighting for gamers, you're thieves. Full stop. It is theft. It is malicious communications. It is also major copyright infringement on a massive scale. This is federal crime territory. Stop pretending otherwise. And to every idiot still saying if it's not ownership, then it's not stealing, or if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing. That is the most retarded response going.
Yeah, well, because my mum woke me up. I was just got off a night shift. I was sleeping, and then she said there's 2 men at the door. So I'm immediately thinking I'm going to have to get into a fucking fight here. I thought I was about to get killed. So I start recording, and you hear in the first video that I posted, I sounded a little bit nervous. But then in the a minute longer video, once I realised who they were, it was a sigh of relief to me when they said they were from Rockstar. I was like, oh, thank for that. You know what I mean? Because you know how it is. But
actually retarded. The leaker posted that line themselves. And half of you are parroting it like it's clever. It's not. It's theft. Clear as day. Stealing unfinished development material, dripping it out, monetizing it with a meme coin, selling ad space on the back of it, that's theft. Federal crime. You don't get to rewrite the law because you hate digital licenses. Courts don't care about your philosophy. Theft is theft. Period. People bitching that they want more leaks, demanding the next drop, treating every new one like Christmas.
But I said to them, look, I just predicted trailer 3 as a mid-August Tuesday, and it turned out that the leaks happened on that day, and then they fucking somehow tied that in with me and being CyberLeek. I was trying to annoy the people in that Reddit on purpose because they don't appreciate Rockstar, and they were bitching about the game. So I was just shit posting just to troll them, and then
you're complicit. You're the demand side. You're just as guilty. Keep funding the bag. Keep downloading. Keep sharing it like it's holy scripture. We hope the same heat that put investigators on someone's door finds every last one of you treating this like a religion. Jail is the logical end for this. Don't act shocked when it arrives. Laughable. I used a VPN so I'm safe. Keep telling yourself that while Take-Two is pulling IP logs, account records, device IDs, Discord history, and Microsoft data and sending real people to real addresses, the 2022 leaker got caught quick. This one's more careful, but the net is closing. Investigators are already active. Your VPN is not a magic shield against federal copyright enforcement and private investigators with lawyers on the phone. It's a speed bump. Keep hiding behind it if it makes you feel clever. Reality doesn't care. Wannabe CyberLeek idiots online, fake accounts, same token, I'm the real one, just LARPing in the replies, you're next. Main channels already got hit. Copycats are getting suspended. Malware scams are using the name to fish people with fake full builds. You're not clever. You're not anonymous forever. You're just adding more identifiers that make the real investigation easier. Well done. And that kill switch or dead man switch rumour? Pure bollocks. Some outlets ran with it, full playable build ready to auto-upload if CyberLeek gets caught or fails to check in every day. Then they had to walk it back because it was based on fake images, completely fabricated, no evidence, no proof, just more noise from people desperate to make the story bigger than it is. Classic scare tactic that turned out to be nothing. Don't fall for that shit either. Go on then. Keep supporting it. Keep buying the token. Keep repeating, if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing, like it's a knockout argument. Prove how free and anti-corporate you are by bankrolling the bloke turning stolen development builds into a pay-to-vote clip lottery and a six-figure ad sales pitch. That'll really stick it to the man. Nothing says I care about ownership like funding the person who just made the next security lockdowns.
Yeah, well, you know what the funny thing is people are going crazy, but why would I post something serious on my main Reddit account with all public information about me? I mean, there's so much identifying shit on there that I don't care about. Like, why would I do that? Stupid. I mean, my dad, before he passed, he was into all the cybersecurity shit. I'm pretty clued up on that stuff, and I know that doesn't matter. They can still bypass that, but...
And NDAs even tighter for every actual developer. Well done. Now try ask yourself this. If the private investigators showed up at your door tomorrow the same way they did for that Reddit guy, recording, lawyers on the phone, search warrant talk, FBI mentions, would you still be laughing about it's not stealing? Or would the excuses suddenly stop working?
And then they went back to their cars and they were talking to each other. I could see them out of the upstairs window in my house, and I think they were working out a new tactic or a different angle to come at me with, because initially they tried to intimidate me with all these big words, mentioning the FBI, and said they're on the case and stuff, and I didn't buy any of it. And then they sort of went back, had a chat, and then come back and then got the Take-Two lawyers on the phone, and I think that was their next intimidation step, but again that didn't work. And then they sort of looked pretty confused on what to say. They stood there silent in my house just texting, so yeah, and then they off.
Here's the one that should hit home. You claim this is about fighting anti-consumer practices. Fine. So why are you treating unfinished stolen material like limited drops you have to consume and fund right now? Why the more leaks or we riot? That's peak consumer addiction. You're not fighting the system. You're the perfect mark, just pointed at a different grifter. If this was really about principle, why does every release come with a payment method, a voting system for bag holders, and now a six-figure contact fee for ad space? Why isn't it just clean, unwatermarked, no token drops? Think. You already know the answer. You're just hoping no one makes you say it out loud. Imagine you spent years of your life building something.
Absolutely. Look how crazy this is going on the internet. So many different conspiracy theories.
It is.
And they're actively monitoring my Reddit, and they see the that I'm putting on there. Because when they were in my house, they actually said to me, the lawyers have just told us what you put on your Reddit. And I said, yeah, I'm well within my fucking right to tell them what's going on. You haven't charged me with a crime. I'm allowed to speak about it. There's not an ongoing court case against me. But apparently I'm being looked at by the FBI, so they're probably scrutinizing all my trips to America. And
did they mention that? Did they mention the FBI?
Yeah, absolutely. It's all on records. and they mentioned my trips to America because I've been there.
So they already knew that stuff about you. They already knew, like, oh, you've been to America. We already have access to all of who you are, Lewis, and all of that.
Yeah. So I don't know how this is going to affect me in the long term. If they're going to cancel my visas and shit, I don't know. But I'm not worried about it. I'll just see what happens and play it out.
Then some anonymous clown steals unfinished versions of it, drips them out for crypto pumps and ad sales, posts if buying isn't owning, then pirating isn't stealing, and dares the company to do better. Would you still cheer? Or would you suddenly understand why the investigators are at the door and why the federal paperwork is flying?
So he came out one time. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a big YouTuber. He went to prison. He was a big jewel thief or whatever. And he does podcasts.
I've heard of him, yeah.
But yeah, they tried to tie him into it as well and say that his connection with Rockstar Games, because he's come out publicly and said in one of his comment sections that he's working with them on something. They've now said that he's my insider, but I don't speak to the guy regularly. You know, he's just somebody I know and I've worked for in the past.
You already know. You're just not ready to admit it. CyberLeek, the wannabes, the funders, the sharers, the it's not theft philosophers, this is theft. Federal crime. Malicious communications. Real investigators are already at real doors. The subpoenas are live. The market damage is in the billions. And the only people getting hurt long term are the developers and the people who actually want to play a finished game the proper legal way.
Without saying a word, they just left and drove off. Obviously I left the house, moved my stuff, and come back, and they were still there. And yeah, so I'm expecting to get arrested at any moment. You know, it's 3 a.m. I'm just waiting for the front door to go.
We're still waiting for the official extended look. Until then, CyberLeek is just Cyber Old Leeks. Money chasing, attention farming, legal liability nonsense. You're in it for the money. Don't lie. That's it. No free publicity. No excuses. Theft is theft. Bye, cunts.
Yourself personally, because look, I'm a 19-year-old from Suffolk, England. I don't give a what anybody knows about me or what anybody says they're going to do. You can come do something about it. I'm not related to this at all. I'm not scared by your big corporations and your $1 billion and like that. I do not give a come do it. Give me a story to tell. I don't give a That's my message to Rockstar and Take-Two and those lawyers.
You do care.
Clue, and you know, I put that post up saying August 18th. Don't ask me how I know. And I was just taking the piss, you know. And then it turned out to actually something happens on that day, and I'm like, oh.
Okay.